Yehovah, please fill me with the Ruach HaKodesh, that I may speak your written words with boldness to those who listen. I ask all these things in Yeshua HaMashiach's name, amen. We'll start with the Shema, listen and obey. Children of Yehovah, pay careful attention and respond. Yehovah is our power and authority. Yehovah works in unity with himself, and you shall act upon your love to Yehovah with your power and authority, with your thoughts in mind, with your entire body, and with all the muchness that you have. Yod, Hey, Vav, Hey. Hand, behold, nail, behold. Genesis chapter 39. Joseph was brought down to Egypt, and Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh's and captain of the guard, an Egyptian, brought him from the Jerusalem, who had brought him there. Yehovah was with Joseph, and he became wealthy while he was in the household of his master, the Egyptian. His master saw how Yehovah was with him, that Yehovah prospered everything he did. Joseph pleased him as he served him, and his master appointed him manager of his household. He entrusted all of his possessions to Joseph. From the time he appointed him to manager of his household and all his possessions, Yehovah blessed the Egyptian's household for Joseph's sake. Yehovah's blessing was on all he owned, whether in the house or in the field. So he left all his possessions in Joseph's care. And because he had him, he paid no attention to his affairs except for the food he ate. Now Joseph was well built and handsome as well. In time, the day came when his master's wife took a look at Joseph and said, "Sleep with me." But he refused, saying to his master's wife, "Look, because my master has me, he doesn't know what's going on in this house. He has put all his possessions in my charge. In this house, I am his equal. He hasn't withheld anything from me except yourself, because you are his wife. How then could I do such a wicked thing and sin against God?" But she kept pressing him day after day. Nevertheless, he didn't listen to her. He refused to sleep with her or even be with her. However, one day, when he went into the house to do his work, and none of the men living in the house was there indoors, she grabbed him by his robe and said, "Sleep with me." But he fled, leaving his robe in her hand, and got himself outside. When she saw that he had left his robe in her hand and escaped, she called the men of her house and said to them, "Look at this! My husband brought in a Hebrew to make fools of us. He came in and wanted to sleep with me, but I yelled out loudly. When he heard me yelling like that, he left his robe with me and ran out." She put the robe aside until the master had come home. Then she said to him, "This Hebrew slave you brought us came in to make a fool of me. But when I yelled out, he left his robe with me and fled outside." When his master heard what his wife said, as she showed him, Here's what your slave did to me," he became furious. Joseph's master took him and put him in the prison, in the place where the king's prisoners were kept, and there he was in prison. But Yehovah was with Joseph, showing him grace and giving him favor in the sight of the prison warden. The prison warden made Joseph supervisor of all the prisoners in the prison, so that whatever they did there, he was in charge of it. The prison warden paid no attention to anything Joseph did, because Yehovah was with him, and whatever he did, Yehovah prospered. How can we learn to love our Creator after reading Genesis chapter 39? We can trust that Yehovah is with you wherever you go. Ask Yehovah to make you wealthy. Ask for Yehovah to be with you so much that others notice and give glory to Elohim. Ask Yehovah to make you prosper in everything you do. Aim to please those you serve. Ask Yehovah to bless all those in your circle. Aim to be responsible Aim to be responsible, to take responsibility. Aim to take care of your temple, your body. Aim to be sexually pure. Aim to flee sexual temptation. Aim to not sin against Elohim. Aim to be honest. Put your full trust in Yehovah, no matter what others say about you. Be obedient, and Yehovah will never leave you. Trust that Yehovah will show grace, give you favor. Obey Yehovah, and he will make you prosper in anything you do, anywhere you go. How can we love others as Yeshua loves us? We can aim to please those you serve with your whole heart. Bear one another's burdens. We can remain sexually pure no matter who wants to sleep with you. Produce spiritual fruit, love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, humility, self-control. In this beautiful Sabbath with the Arianic blessing, Yehovah will kneel before you presenting gifts, and he will guard you with a hedge of protection. Yehovah will illuminate the wholeness of his being towards you, bringing order, and he will provide you with love, sustenance, and friendship. Yehovah will lift up the wholeness of his being and look upon you and will set in place all you need to be whole and complete.